Okay, guys, we've been waiting patiently since last Wednesday for How to Get Away with Murder. This is season 1, episode 3, and it was worth the wait, let me tell you. There was a whole lot that went on. I'm going to try to get through it quickly with you guys. Come on with me. Okay, now, we left off, Annalise had went and talked to Nate to have him to check out Professor Keating's alibi because in her spirit, she has a feeling that her husband has something to do with this murder of this student of his. So Nate gets on and he's working and he's finding out he didn't show up. He was supposed to be speaking at another college. He never showed up. Never showed up. Everything that she was basically telling him about Professor Keating, none of it was checking out. None of the alibi checked out. What the fuck is really going on? Okay, so next, Michaela and she was really getting down, honey. They looked up, we had to say Michaela was getting that box beat to death, honey. And I'm like, okay, well, who's this little guy? Cute little guy. Turns out to be her fiance. And all of this kind of carried on. Now, you know throughout the program already, Connor and Michaela are always back and forth at each other. So when Michaela brings the boyfriend to introduce him to everybody, Connor's like, oh man, and they embraced and everything, and he's like, oh, Michaela, he didn't tell you? Yeah, we went to boarding school together, this, that, thing, and the other, and they knew each other. So then Connor leans over and says, so, seems like we got more in common than you even know. And you know, that's just Connor's way of doing what he does and trying to get her mind going and trying to, you know, fuck with her, mind fuck her is what he was doing. And, you know, that goes on with that. So we'll get back to them later. They're doing what they do. They go and they're all picking up a client of Annalise's. It's this here woman. She got arrested for giving a hand job in a park. Okay? So they get her out and all of this. As they're leaving the precinct, she gets arrested again. They stopped them, and she gets arrested again. And they're like, we have a warrant for your arrest. She's lying. Her name wasn't even that name. She's a damn terrorist. Well, she's being accused of being a terrorist, named Elena Aguilar. But her real name is Paula, okay? So she was like discussing with all this stuff because she didn't even want her husband to find out that she was giving the hand job. So this whole terrorist thing was a whole nother thing. She's supposed to be part of this cult-like group. And they went through some things and Annalise is going to work with her. They decided to go with, they're going to lead out with the defense of mind control. So they go to see this guy who was supposedly in charge of this group. And his name is Gabriel Shaw. Gabriel Shaw. So he's supposedly the ringleader. They go up. First she's saying, I don't want to go see him, this, that, thing, and the other. I don't want to do it. Annalise told her, personally, I don't really care what you want to do. This is what we're doing. You know how Annalise gets down. I love her. So they went on. They go up there to see him. She's just all grins and giggles when she gets there. Because here you find out they were fucking. Okay? So she's fucking the Charles Manson of the goddamn group. Coming back in the car, she's sitting back there, just as happy with herself. And then says to them, please don't tell my husband. It would just kill him. Don't tell my husband. It's that thing and the other, on. Oh, but while I was there, I just had these feelings that I just haven't had. She basically was in love with this guy. She's in love with him. But anyway, so he's done like 20 years or something. He had like 20 years he was given. He hasn't been there 20 years, but he's supposed to do 20 years. So he says, he's going to go and stand up in court and tell them, yeah, it was my idea. The bombing was my idea, blah, 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 whatever, because I'm already here anyway, so it doesn't really make a fucking difference. I don't want any harm to come to her because we're in love, blah, blah, blah. Hey, whatever. So I'm back at the college. The college, they bring Annalise in. Here, they want Annalise to defend the boyfriend of the girl that was found in the water tank. This is on the background, y'all. Defend the boyfriend. Because, naturally he's suspect number one. So Annalise said, I don't know, and they were kind of like trying to force her into it. And they're like, we don't ever stop you with anything that you want to do with your classes. You're getting paid real good. They're basically like railroading her into it. She ain't give a fuck. Annalise walked right the fuck out of that meeting and told them, I'll get back to you. She went out. She couldn't make the decision until after she talks to Nate. Okay, so that was that. So we go through all that. The boyfriend comes up with his stuff and he goes and says, Rebecca, which is the downstairs neighbor of Wes, and Lila, which is the girl that was dead in the tank, were friends. Okay? Rebecca dealt drugs. She dealt coke. Okay? So she was supposed to be bringing some coke over and this, that, and the other. They was going to party and all this. She got over there first. Rebecca got the boyfriend all hied up and got to fucking him. So then when they came in, Lila walked in and caught them red-handed dead in the act. Okay? Get down to the guys like, Rebecca set this all up. Rebecca set this all up and all this here. We found out that that phone that Wes got was actually Lila's phone. So we found all that out. That's all on the background case with the dead girl in the water tank. Okay. So back on over to court, present. Or 2 months ago. Not really present, but 2 months ago. They're in court. That motherfucker Gabriel gets in there and turns on Elena and tells the court it was all her idea. She was the one that wanted to do the bomb. It was all on her. She flipped it. Annalise is like, are you kidding me? And she's right on the stairs. She's like, are you kidding me? Tell me the question. She said, tell me, what did the DA's office get to you and offer you to make you flip like this? And he's like, nothing. And she's like, I want to know, what did they offer you? And you're under oath to get to flip like this. And they were trying to object. And the judge said, I'll allow it. He said, they offered me shorter time. Boom. Told the truth. It was what it was. The court went all up and was like, oh my God. They pulled a recess. Annalise told the students, you all get out of here and you go and find what I need to close this case up. Okay, so they like, okay, bam, they're leaving. Now let me shoot back over. No, let's stay where we are. They go on a little thing, boom, it's all what it is. They go back into court. They done ran all around town doing everything that they needed to do. Okay? Breakout. They get back. Annalise or Mrs. Keating, where's your the person you're upholding? Paula. Baby, we turn around, we look. Paula and Gabriel some kind of way, both that got gone, baby. They was on a bus, incognito, honey, and gone. Neither one of them came back to court. They were gone. So the case was just a flop. They were fucking gone. I was done. Done. And I thought we was going to play the TV game like, Annalise don't never lose no case. Gone. That stinking bitch Paula, gone. Do you hear me? She was something else. She was a raggedy bitch, but she was gone. So anyway, damn that. They lost that case. Moving forward, we go on. And I'm sure we're probably going to hear something else about them because they two fucking killers together. So I can't imagine that that's the last that Shonda going to let us hear about them. Two killers together on a bus going who the hell knows where. So we'll be listening and looking out for them, Shonda. But I thought that was a pretty smooth goddamn move. But anyway, so they're out at this. They go out to this bar and all this stuff at one point in the program. And this is when we already know that Frank, the assistant down at Annalise's office, he's not even a lawyer. Okay, he's not a lawyer yet. And he does have the hots for Laurel. They left and they went to this party that was down at the bar. That party had it going on, okay? Frank actually gets there and walks up and sees Laurel making out with some random dude. gets upset, and he basically leaves. She never even seen him. And one of the guys told her, Ashton, it was Ashton, told her, oh yeah, Frank was here, saw you making out and everything, and he left. And she's like all fucked up because she kind of likes Frank too. So a whole big mess right there. But when you thought that it wasn't going to get no messier, here we go, where Connor then decided to just blow it on up because he truly just doesn't care for Michaela. He went on and he starts picking again, and Michaela's giving, oh, go on somewhere, this, that, and the other. Connor gave, you know, this is amazing. And the guy's like, no, Connor, don't start. He said, this is amazing. You're marrying Michaela. I can't believe this. You're marrying her. I always thought it would be me. And Connor stood right up there in his bullshit and said, oh, Michaela, he never told you? Girl, we were in boarding school together. It was an all-boys boarding school, honey. 16, horny and hot. No girls around. Honey, I thought I would always be wearing the ring, not you. And went on and walked on off. I said, now that little sissy better stop his bullshit. Hey, that wasn't nothing but mean and hateful. So Michaela basically gets back with him and is like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, it's what he's saying is true, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, I was 16, you know, it was something that just happened and this, that, thing, and the other. He admitted it and everything. And she told him some shit that she didn't want to be bothered. He said, fuck it, I'm leaving tonight. That's it, I'm leaving, whatever. She's like, fucking bad, you know. So after everything goes on with everything with the court that day and all that, everything was fucked up, she ends up going home. She's in her apartment and she's hearing all this goings on, hears somebody in the bathroom. And she's like, God damn it, there's killers on the loose and this, that, and the other. Here he had never left. So they had basically got to talking and he's apologizing to her and all this. And then this is when Michaela showed who she was, because she sure told him, she said, let me tell you something. Because he's like, you know, don't want to leave, this, that. She said, listen, my gown is a Vera Wang. It cost me a fucking fortune. And I'm telling you, if you like little boys or whatever it is that you're doing and you're not sure and this is what you want to do, then you go on and you do that. But don't you drag me through life and you embarrass me, because if you do, I will take you down. You will never have anything. Do you understand me? I said, well, go on, Michaela, bitch, talk your shit. But me personally, I'd have left him alone, period. Because, quite honestly speaking, anybody I know who ended up going somewhere and dealt in the dark arts, they go back and deal in dark arts again. But whatever. So Michaela's cool. She done put her thread in about her little wedding and all that. They cool. But I thought that was so fucking mean of that goddamn Connor. I couldn't believe he did it. I couldn't believe he did it. He just showed he is treacherous. You hear me? Treacherous. So anyway, other than that, we also learned Wes is learning how to do some smooth moves. He actually had gotten into the jail, posed as one of those public defenders, and got into the jail to actually see this is going in the past. It's that background story. Got into the jail to see that damn Rebecca and everything. And she had them throw him out and all this here. And we seen that part. Then it jumped ahead. We seen where they decided collectively their alibi was going to be that they were all at the bonfire when Professor Keating got killed. So they were doing that and they were showing all that. Michaela done lost her damn wedding ring. In the midst of all this dragging a body, and they don't know where she lost the ring, but Michaela has lost her ring. So that's all in the background story, guys. That's all I got from the background story. Just a mess. And then they were saying that Rebecca had actually confessed to the murder when Annalise had just left the college and let them know she was not going to be defending the boyfriend. She was going to be defending Rebecca because Rebecca was in jail. The boyfriend had been let out. She was going to be defending Rebecca. That was Wes's idea. And when they got down there to talk to her, found out she done confessed to the murder. So I don't know what Annalise is going to do at this point. But anyway, how Annalise came to deciding to defend the girl instead of the boyfriend and all that shit, she doesn't think her husband is guilty anymore because she's seen Nate. And this is the part that kills me. Talking about some motherfucker underhanded and shady. Nate goes back and reports to Annalise, go ahead on home, girl. Everything's fine. All of his alibi and everything checks out. None of that shit checked out. None of it. He knows that her husband is damn near guilty as a motherfucker about that murder. And he just told her the total opposite. And she's basically sleeping with the enemy. And she told him, you know, I miss you and all this and all that. He's like, oh, man, at least this, that, the other. And he's posing like they cool. But no, Nate is mad as fuck at Annalise still. And literally, he's a dirty bastard and sent her back home, sleeping with the motherfucking enemy. A mess. A mess. I truly, that he got me. I knew he was cold-blooded when he told her last week that if she didn't leave him alone, he would tell her husband every dirty, nasty little thing that he ever did to her. But I never thought that he would, like, turn her over and send her into a situation like that where this man is possibly a killer and you just send her back. Really? You're that mad, dude? I guess he is. He that bad. So you guys know I love this fucking show. I love it. I love it. I love it. They got so much shit going on and the people are so goddamn shady. I just love it. So anyway, guys, thumbs up or thumbs down the video. Leave me comments. Tell me where you're at and what you think and that's going on. And I will be back with you guys again next week on Thursday for another episode of How to Get Away with Murder. I love these people. They're shady as can be. All right. Talk to you guys next week. Bye.